driving to work, and I'll just pop on real quick before my shift starts at 12. And all right, so I started this journey being a casino dealer back. Started my class in August of 2020. We had like 4 weeks of blackjack, and then a 6 week, well, mini games, whatever you want to call them. And then I had 6 weeks of craps, or the dice game. So I guess the whole class was like 10 or 11 weeks, and we got certificates and whatnot. So I'm working at the Live Casino in Pittsburgh now, which is in Westmoreland County. If you're familiar with Pennsylvania, we're on the I'm about 45 minutes southeast of Pittsburgh, PA. So it's a brand new casino. There's no hotel attached to it, although there's lots of places that you can stay around the area. There's a Marriott and you name it that's here, Hampton, whatnot. It's a major town. It's a small city. Let me rephrase that. We're a small city. Obviously, in the town here that I live in, it's called Greensburg. So Westmoreland County, PA. So over the next couple of weeks, or maybe over the next month or so into the month of May or whatnot, I'm going to share some of the best strategies that I've seen other players play inside, and we're going to specialize in just basically two games, because I believe we don't have poker in our room. If you're a poker player, that's obviously the best all-around game that you can be playing. But if you don't have a tell and whatnot, or you're playing online, so poker. But outside of poker, the next two best games that you can play inside the casino are the dice game, craps, and then blackjack would be number one. Blackjack, then craps, pretty much, if you're looking at first week of November. And I guess I got 6 months, 7 months of experience now. I know that's not a lot, so please don't think that I'm an expert by any stretch of the imagination. I am basically an apprentice in this industry right now. There's so much more to learn. I've learned so much from the experienced dealers that are already there, that moved in to Live Casino here in Pittsburgh. I mean, we've got dealers that came from all over to work here for the Cordish family, who owns the Live Casino here in Pittsburgh. Excellent company to work for, by the way. Mention my name if you decide to apply, David Knight. Love to have you here. We're actually getting ready to bring on, I think, 23 new dealers, by the way. It's a high turnover rate, though, obviously, so you got to be willing to work the swing shift or graveyard, or maybe you get the daylight. I got lucky enough to get daylight. Anyway, so over the next month or so, I want to share some of the strategies that I've seen. One of the ones that I want to share on the craps game was, I've watched this gentleman, older gentleman, his name is Delbert, or we call him Dell. I've watched him walk away with more money than any other guy on the table over the last 6 months when he was playing. I haven't seen him for the last couple of weeks, but I want to share with you the way he plays. Now, your bankroll, you need to be stacked to play stuff like he does. He comes in on average with $3,000 willing to risk. So I'm going to tell you flat out, if you don't have the money, please don't play the way he plays. Because when he walks away, he's going to walk away with $5,000 to $7,000 when he's walking away. And we're going to play with the... I'll tell you one of his secrets, though. He'll tell you flat out, he's never in his lifetime played any of the middle of the game. Not $1, he said, he's ever played in the middle. So no proposition bets in the middle of the game. So that's one of the dudes that I highly admire and respect. That's funny story about Dell. I think they won a 5 or 6 point fire, and he walked away with $7,000 or whatnot. Last time I seen him in the casino winning big money. He comes over and he says, "You know what? I know you guys are all trying really hard to make me happy, but I hate y'all." I hate y'all. He's just a good old guy that I've missed seeing him. I don't know where he's been lately, but anyway, so that's one of the dudes that I want to share with. There's another guy that a system that I've watched him play. I want to share that with you as well. everybody's got a nickname that we call them. I'm not going to call them by their nicknames though. Although I do highly respect Delbert. Del was one of the dudes that I watched. But like I said, you need to have a big bankroll to follow some of his stuff. I mean, honest to God, you just need to have. I mean, hey, this dude's willing to lose 3,000 in a given day that he's in the room. So, but like I said, he's probably the dude that's won more. And then as far as the blackjack game, I want to share with you some of the things that I've seen other players play. Most of our games are $10 tables, 15 to a quarter. We have a high limit game between 50 to 100 on the blackjack table. We have two high limit tables. One goes for $50. Let me turn off this. See what time we got right now. 11:30. Okay, I got a couple more minutes. One goes at $50 and others at 100. The advantage of those two tables is they're hand shuffled. Some people really like that, and you can't break in on. You can't enter mid shoe. If you're familiar with mid shoe entry, there's no mid shoe entry right now. Our no mid shoe entry is a quarter and higher, so $25 and higher for you if you're playing green. So 10 and 15, you see, we call it the hell pit up in the front. And we affectionately call it the hell pit because you see all kinds of craziness going on in the $10 and $15 tables. People, you see obviously you have your beginners, and then you have your complete idiots that, you know, come on the table with $10 and expect to win $1 million on $10, you know. You can almost read people now that I've been in the business about 6 months. You can pretty much read if someone's going to be on the table for more than 5 to 10 minutes or in and out. And even when you're playing basic strategy to the best, the house edge is still there. So let me be frankly honest about the casino. There is no winning strategy when it comes to the casino. There isn't one. The house edge is here. This town here, it was the old Sears and Bon-Ton space is what they ended up working out of. So pretty much it was an old existing mall that was going under, and they came in here, the Cordish family. They own a casino in Maryland, was their first one. They opened this one, I believe, is their second one they've opened. They opened Philadelphia Live at Casino in Philly, the third one, and right now they're trying to buy or try to win the bid in Richmond, Virginia, to be the casino there in Richmond, Virginia, which would be their fourth casino here. So there's plenty of opportunity inside the Cordish family is what I'm getting at. Very good company to work for, though, if you're anywhere near any of those areas. They do have benefits. They have health care. They have life insurance. They've got 401k plan. They've got all the trappings of those good companies, but it's a privately owned company that treats their employees fairly well. So I'm extremely satisfied with the experience so far that I've been inside the Cordish family in the live casino environment. Now, obviously, you have your idiots and dumbasses that plague every company, but with the most, I mean, I would say 99% of all the people inside the casino are working for the casino are awesome. The main man, Sean Sullivan, really cool, nice guy, down to earth people, you know. So that's what I would say for the most part overall, if I was going to say what do I like about it. But anyway, so long story short, I want to share some of the ideas that I've seen from other players. One of the players that I'm thinking of. So as I think about them, as I see players play without telling who they are, I'm going to share some of the ideas that I've seen successful people that have been playing that walk away with most of the money inside the craps game and inside the. We'll share both strategies. We'll share dark side play. And we'll share right bettors, wrong bettors. As I think of something, or if I see something, I'll share. We'll just make a specific little channel here inside the Trade Craze here environment to let you see some of the inside. I can't film any of that, but what I can do is go to the Wizard of Odds. I believe that's the website that I could use, Wizard of Odds. And if you have any other ideas, post them wherever the links are, whatnot, that I could use. But Wizard of Odds, I know, has a digital crap game, and they have a digital blackjack game that you can use there. And so as I'm thinking about different things that I want to share, I thought that we'll take advantage of it. I'll show you some of the winning strategies on both sides of the craps table. Some of it are modified with people betting on both sides, meaning they're right and wrong bettors, meaning they'll play the don't pass and pass. They'll switch between things, and so as I see things that I'm thinking of, but first off, I'll probably start it off with Delbert. Awesome guy. Really cool guy. He'll lose his temper every so often, but he's probably, as I've seen people come in for the short period of time I've been here, on the live action watching people play, he's walked away with more money that I know of than the other player on the craps table. So I'll share some of that to start with, to kick it off, and then I'll share maybe after that the first one. Then we'll share a blackjack and whatnot. We'll kind of bounce around a little bit and share some ideas that I see. A really cool channel, if you haven't been to his channel, I believe I've learned a lot from him personally. It's called Color Up here on inside YouTube. Real good guy. Actually, before I started in the casino business, he has like a little course for a couple bucks that you can take, but you don't need to buy anything from him. He's got all kinds of ideas out there that you can use. The hardest part of the game is being a dealer, is the middle of the board. And what they've told me personally is it takes a year to two to get comfortable dealing and being able to know what each things pay. So knowing that you got experience in front of you, got experience sitting at the box. You normally have experience sitting on one of the bases watching over you, or on the stick. Usually got someone as you rotating around. We do a rubber band, and sometimes we do back and forth on one base for 40 minutes, but most of the time we do what's called a rubber band. We go in a circle. So there's 4 members on the dice crew pretty much, and of those 4 members, there's one on break usually, and we go on an hour usually on, and then we'll go an hour 20 if we have to hit a table along the way. So so as I see things, hopefully I can share this like a little sub channel inside my own channel here at 123 Day Trade, that I can share some of the ideas that I see out there, that most of y'all have a casino fairly close to you if it has a craps table. And most of the things I'm going to recommend are going to come on a $10 table, by the way. $10 blackjack, maybe up to a quarter in blackjack. Now if you're high limit, whatnot, 50 and 100, obviously you can modify that strategy to most of our tables go 10, 15 and a quarter, or I should say 10, 15, 20 and a quarter are most of our blackjack tables. On the weekends you'll see $20 tables. On the weekdays you'll see $10 and $15 tables, with quarter tables being very starting up later, and you always a quarter table somewhere in the facility. And then as we go into the evening, you'll see the high limits start opening up and whatnot. So most of the strategies I'll share will probably be on, we'll use $10, we'll use 15, we'll use 20, we'll use 25. And on the craps table, we're going to start on the $10 table, because that's what we usually have as a $10 table here in Western PA. That's pretty much where you see all around. You see $10 and $15 tables on weekends around this area. So we're going to stick with that. We just don't have $5 games. I know Color Up is really a proponent of finding $5 games, but you just don't find them here around this area. You don't find a $5 game, and if you do, you're extremely lucky to find it here in Western Pennsylvania or around the area that doesn't have something. So all right, that's 15 minutes of me rattling off some stuff off the cuff. So that's what I had on my mind right now, and I'm gonna let you go. This is Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the next video I put together. Bye for now. That's in this live stream.